Star Wars Jedi The Fallen Order, the Soulslike for people who say they enjoy Souls-likes but don't actually like them that much, because if they did, they would know that a Soulslike has to be dark, gothic, and couldn't possibly have a protagonist with a sense of humour.
You are not approved trash.
You're trash, just not approved trash.
No, this is the Soulslike for virgins, and that's why it's my personal favourite Soulslike. We begin the game with our protagonist Cal going on a scrap run with his best friend Prof, both doing their best Nathan Drake impressions. Well, I say both of them, but really it's just Cal doing the parkour stuff, and Prof keeps ruining the convenient routes, therefore putting Cal's improvisation skills to the test. Maybe if you dropped a few pounds, Prof mate, we might be able to go on a scrap run without these added complications. Nah, obviously I'm kidding. I know that Prof is just big boned, I'm not actually fat shaming a guy who's from an alien race in a completely fabricated world about galactic battles and Jedis, because that is taking it too far. I draw my line here. When telling jokes, you have to know when things are going way too far. The scrap we find turns out to be a Jedi fighter, and it's clear that this was some sort of unsuccessful attempt to 9/11 our mother base. But looking at the size of the Jedi fighter, there's no surprise this went worse than Mini-Lad's attempt to apologise for manipulating underage girls. This would be like old matey Osama sending Nerf bullets into the World Trade Center and still expecting war to break out. Well, I mean, it is the USA, so any reason to go to war with the people that wear funny hats is a good reason for them. A few cables break and things end up hitting the fan, with us sliding down the ship, hanging on for our dear lives and giving Prof the worst advice I've ever heard.
Prof, just hang on!
I doubt he was planning on letting go, but those big bones prove to be too much for him to hold up as he ends up falling. Our one way to save him, you ask? Obviously, it's by using the Force. Obviously, Prof has quite a lot of questions for us now, but we're all just like, yeah, nah, shut up, I don't want to talk about it right now. And then we catch a ride back to home on the Star Wars Tube. The Star Wars Tube, despite sounding like the domain name for an adult website that focuses solely on exclusive Star Wars cosplay content, is actually just what I'm referring to their train system as. We decide to cop a nap after a pretty exhausting day, but when we wake up, Prof is nowhere to be seen. Why Cal is so worried, I don't know. The guy probably just needed to use the toilet. Train toilets are really where you can spot a lot of cultural differences. Like in Japan, the toilet will wipe for you, but here in England, you're lucky to find a toilet seat that hasn't been stolen, and you best believe when you flush, it's going to get blocked, because those pipes have been filled up with baggies. After a while, we realise that Cal is in some kind of fever dream as the train turns into the most Star Wars looking hallway I've ever seen. Moments later, it comes to light that Cal is also into some pretty weird stuff as he's dreaming of being choked using the Force by someone he calls Master. I've heard choke me daddy before, but never did I think of saying use your Jedi powers to asphyxiate me Master. Good to know for next time though, I guess, when I need to spruce things up in the bedroom. The train then stops and some stormtroopers climb aboard, telling us to move out and line up outside. It's obviously a bit tense as this doesn't just happen for any old reason, but then we see the second sister, and the anxiety turns from sweaty palms to mum spaghetti. Wow, that might be the worst thing I've actually ever said. The second sister knows that there is a Jedi among us, and not gonna lie, orange do be kinda sus. Haha, cool joke about trendy game, please accept me. Prof, being the great friend that he is, steps forward and tries to rally the boys against the second sister, but unfortunately meets his maker. Cheers mate, I mean I definitely wouldn't have done the same thing if it was the other way round, but I'll tell your family what a great guy you were. It becomes evident I'm the Jedi by my big blue lightsaber, so I get thrown off a cliff into a train passing by.
Oh, that hurts.
Hold it, don't move. How'd you get here?
I love how the stormtrooper is confused about how I boarded the train, like he didn't just see me plummet through the roof at an alarming speed. I swear, stormtroopers could put some bread in a toaster and be shocked when it comes out golden brown and crispy. And for those wondering, yes of course I am on the hardest difficulty for the true experience. You are what you eat, that's why I'm no pussy. This train is full of stormtroopers, so I have to give them all the old lightsaber business, which means devouring 4 of them quicker than my nan's mashed potato, then giving my hair a quick fix, because that's clearly the most important thing here. If we don't look good taking out the Galactic Empire, is there even any point in us doing so? I end up with just a sliver of health, because I severely underestimated Cal's athletic prowess, expecting him to make a jump multiple times that was clearly only possible for someone superior, like Arno or that random guy from the Prison Break game. A massive ship pulls up beside us, and at first I'm convinced it's the ticket guard to fine me for not paying for this journey. However, it turns out to just be some woman who says she's trying to help us and she'll pick us up when she can. Yeah. Good luck with that one. This train is flat out at top speed, and getting me to board a ship from it would require you to hire some world-renowned mathematicians and get them to calculate exactly what proportions were needed for me to make that kind of jump. It's like trying to predict which Twitch streamer will be the next one outed for doing inappropriate things with women. It's a minefield. No one knows. We do catch a bit of luck though, as the train line gets blown up, and possibly multiple families have loved ones that won't return home tonight, but we have an opening to slide down into that ship. That we nearly do, but this is an action game, so if you thought it was going to be that easy, I pray for you and your naivety. The second sister is waiting for us. She's hungry for us. She wants to spill that Jedi blood to make sure that there are none left. Going back to the horny thing, I would imagine she actually maybe well is, because being a woman with that much power doesn't usually allow for time to have personal relationships. So I think it's safe to say that ball hasn't been played on her pitch in well over 20 years. Maybe that's why she's so angry. So yeah, the first boss fight is one you're supposed to lose. I don't just suck at the game. Well, I do, but that's not the point I'm making right now. The point is, we get saved by the woman from earlier in a lovely gesture to try and help this place have a bigger sense of community. Nah, obviously I'm kidding. It's because she knows I'm a Jedi and wants to take advantage of me somehow. Nobody does things out of the kindness of their heart. Well, that is, apart from my uncle, who was nice enough to take my virginity for me so I didn't feel the pressure of that first time when I got into bed with a girl. She introduces herself. Sia is her name, and the captain of the ship, Grease, who literally looks like the spitting image of Danny DeVito if he was from an alien planet. Their mission is to rebuild the Jedi Order and take down the second sister, who is a hunter of Jedis. They're nice enough to offer me a bed in the ship, but honestly, they could have just bought a mattress or at least a comforter. I'm pretty sure death row prisoners will be getting a better night's sleep than me. Cal then finds a DIY banjo and starts plucking away to some catchy tune. This is supposed to be a nice wholesome moment, but Cal's face just makes me real uncomfortable. He doesn't look like a man enjoying the banjo, he looks like a man enjoying a band job. Wow, with witty puns like that, I even surprise myself sometimes. This is why you guys stick around. You don't get this kind of comedic genius anywhere else on YouTube. We land on the planet Bogano, completely off the radar, so no Jedi hunters will be finding us soon. It's our playground to hone our Jedi skills and meet our new best friend, BD1, now that Prof is no longer with us. Things on this planet are great. There are a few dangers, but nothing that I can't handle. Things that really are just there for you to learn the combat and how everything works. That is, until you meet the one and only Ogdo Bogdo. The first real boss of this game, and one that I had so much more trouble with than I really should have. I mean, if I couldn't defeat this boss, I had literally no chance in the rest of the game of doing anything. But with every death, it just drove that message home more. I felt more emasculated. My penis shrunk by 1/2 inch for every death that I had. So it only shrunk for the first 4 deaths, and then had nowhere else to go. I couldn't handle it. I just kept failing over and over and over again. I mean, if I was the kind of guy to watch Wolf of Wall Street religiously and follow loads of billionaire mindset accounts on Instagram, you can imagine that no drywall in my house would have been safe at this point. So before I had to go through more counselling than I did at the age of 14, I decided enough was enough, and I turned off my computer, stopped recording, and left it there. So it's up to you guys if I return, if I defeat Ogdo Bogdo. Let me know if you want to see it. And I also just want to take the end of the video here to really say thank you to everybody. Thank you to all your support. Thank you to everybody that's in the Discord server. Everyone that I consistently see leaving comments, leaving likes. You do truly mean the world to me. I've had a bit of an up and down time over the last couple of weeks, which is why there's not really been any uploads. But you guys have kept me going. You keep my head up, and I'm now hoping to finally get back to my consistent upload schedule. I say that like I ever had a consistent upload schedule. At least more than once, like every week, which is what I've been doing recently. A big thank you as well, as always, to those of you who have clicked the join button and become a member, and those who have stayed members while I've been inconsistent recently. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. I just want to give a huge shout out to my motherload Voiy Boys and above, Gerardo Cruz, Björn van den Hatter, Charlie Waldock, and Voiy is Gay. Thank you guys so much for your support.